The Fuji X-M1 sits in the entry segment of the X-series models, but this one has the unique X-Trans CMOS sensor. The X-A1 has a normal bare sensor. In other areas, though these models are the same, controls, functions etc. Being an entry model, there are a few compromises here. Firstly, the most obvious. The camera is a good one overall, though like most cameras does have some areas that could be better. Good points, plus excellent image quality, easily as good if not better than equivalent rivals with a similar sensor size. Tonality is very appealing and attractive, very subjective, but I like it, plus hug. No option to turn this off, which could conserve battery power. No electronic shutter, full mechanical, though it's not obtrusive sound-wise. Notes: if you don't have any lenses, take it. 16 to 50mm f3. 5 f5. 6 is well worth getting. I've done a separate review on this lens. It's very good optics-wise and moire and false colors are an issue, so this isn't going to really suit very serious video shooters, but it does fine for quick clips. The supplied strap is a thin, leather type affair. It does the job, same as the X10, X20 cameras, but a fabric one is preferable. Dynamic range modes, there are auto. If you are a heavy phone user and want a big step up in quality, the sensor in this camera will destroy even the most expensive phone camera with ease. There is a 27mm f2. 8 pancake lens, which when paired with this body makes for a very compact machine, albeit with a fixed focal length. I've yet to. Even premium compacts will fall behind this, but bear in mind when paired with the 16 to 50mm lens you don't have very good close-up ability and the lens is slower, ESP the telephoto end. If you shoot a lot of macro or close-up photos, a premium compact with a fast lens might be a better choice. On the other hand, if you are into experimenting a little, you can acquire a lens adapter, and though manual focus and aperture control you can mount and use many lenses, there is an M-mount fu. For newer users or those keen to keep the size down, this is a very viable alternative to a DSLR, but it's not for everyone. Action shooters, grip-wise a little small here. I find a DSLR more comfy to hold for longer periods. Everyone is unique, though small suits some better than others. Couple of controls are fairly logical, though would benefit from an additional FN button to program. You also can't turn off Take Guide, which might annoy some more seasoned users. This describes the scene. Modes on screen. Wi-Fi is underexploited and Fuji could look at this not having remote control of a while. The rear control dial is in an unusual location and takes a while to get used to. It also can be pushed for some settings as well as rotated. At the default settings, JPEGs are a bit harsh for my liking. Too much contrast and dynamic range is a bit weak. Adjusting the shadow, highlight tone helps. No. It's also worth experimenting with the doctor settings to get the best out of the camera. If you are working with RAW, then the X-Trans CMOS has some impressive latitude in both ends, able to recover highlights and pull shadows aggressively without a major impact on images. Either way, JPEG and RAW shooters will be impressed with the camera. I would like to see a few things tweaked, and maybe Fuji will get around to adding a sweep pano and some more film modes. The lack of viewfinder is a shame too. Even a basic one would be welcomed, or the option to add one. It's down to personal use on that. With lighter, smaller lenses, the lack of viewfinder isn't a massive loss. It's certainly easier to hold a camera stability wise with a viewfinder, but it becomes a WKW. If you are a novice photographer and you are reading this review, stop reading now. This review isn't going to talk about any of the features you'll want to use, and this camera is going to be unrecognizable. See the photo. Once kitted it out with those really cool and useful accessories. However, if you are curious about my experience with the XM1 using adapted lenses and a screen viewfinder, read on. When I like a camera, I do my internet homework. I check specs, legit reviews, user comments, price trends long before I actually hold the camera in my hands. Click link in description for more reviews.